So Chloe, thanks for joining us. Thought it'd be a great opportunity to talk to you after what was an incredible game on Sunday against Chelsea. It had everything. It had late goals, drama, red cards, a brilliant performance from us as well, a really heroic performance given we were reduced to 9 players at one point towards the end of the game. Before we get into talking about the game, what was the build-up like for you and sort of the atmosphere around the game? Because it's 2 pre-season rivals sort of going against each other very early on in the season.
Yeah, I think it was a great game. I think leading up to the game, we had a great week of training, of course, off the back of a great win against West Ham to start the season. And then going into the training week, I think everyone worked really hard. And I think just being back at home at our stadium, at the Joie Stadium, it was brilliant to be in front of our fans again, and to open our stadium was incredible.
Absolutely. Well, we've managed to compile a little highlights clip from the game, build up and everything. Yourself and Joie coming out to start with.
Let's go!
You can see that you're all obviously very pumped for the game, and that was demonstrated by how fast we started.
Yeah, I think when we play at home, I think it's great that the fans are behind us, and getting back at our stadium's important. I think we love playing there, and our run of form is great there. As you can see, the togetherness of the group, just the players that aren't playing, we're all together as one, and I think it's great that we have that. And I think going into the game, you just want to start well and get in their faces early, and I think that's what we've done. But yeah, seeing the little kids, it's amazing. My little nephew in a City kit, it's just incredible to bring our family to the games and enjoy the moments with us.
Is that who you were walking out with, your nephew?
Yeah, my baby nephew, who was born while we was at the World Cup, so it was his second game. He came to the opening game at West Ham, and then mascot.
Like we said, it was obviously a lightning start, something that we managed to do in the last game against Chelsea as well, that 2-0 win. I think we're coming up to your goal very shortly, but sort of did you have that feeling from the get-go that this was going to be a game where we were going to start well, start strongly and get them on the back foot?
Yeah, I think Gaz, in the changing room before the game, he said that we needed a fast start and we needed to get a goal early, and he said, I can feel it, we're going to get an early goal today, and we did just that. And yeah, me and It's there dancing. We got a little dance routine, me and It's. But I think when you start fast and start on the front foot and get in their faces, I think it's really important for us, and especially at home when we have our fans behind us, getting in their faces and starting well early is really important to how we play.
Just talk us through your goal quickly. When you picked the ball up, were you instantly thinking, I need to hit this, or was it sort of something that came to you as the opportunity arose? Yeah,
I think my movement in the box, I've seen Hemp was taking up the space where I usually take, so I think it allowed me to get a little bit more central, pick up the ball and get it out my feet a little bit and strike it. I think as soon as I get the ball out my feet and I know it's a sweet strike, then I can feel it's going in.
But then the setback, Alex Greenwood obviously shown a second yellow. I mean, don't need to go into it in too much detail, but how important was it when you lose such a key player like Alex for the rest of the team to keep that composure, see us through to half-time at the very least?
Yeah, I think it's really important. Obviously, Alex is a leader for us, but we stuck together in those moments. It's obviously disappointing because it changes the game a lot, but we had an extra player in the fans, and I think that was really important for us. Everyone absolutely grafting together and putting in the work, and going into half-time still 1-up was really important, and I think we didn't allow them many chances, and I think that was really important for us to stay focused with 10.
I had my fingers crossed that was going to hit the top corner then.
Yeah, me too.
How did it feel for you? Obviously, the formation change, you ended up playing as a lone striker, and there was a lot of running that you had to do without a lot of reward almost, but how was that for you, sort of that switch?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it actually, playing up there. Not really done a lot of it recently, but I think I just enjoy being on the pitch and putting in the work with the girls. I think everyone works so hard, and I think it's brilliant when you're working so hard for each other to see everyone doing that.
And then down to 9 with Lauren being sent off again. It's another setback that we didn't really want to happen, but how did you all react to that? And there must be a lot of pride as well in the way that we were able to kind of keep going and push on.
Yeah, of course. I think it's really disappointing to go down to 9, but I think we stick together, and everyone coming onto the pitch, players that didn't play, everyone just really fought and gave everything that day to get a result, and we were still creating chances even with 9, 10. Like, we feel we're the better team even with those players. So players missing, I think that's got to give us some momentum into the next games, that we're still on top at times with players down.
Absolutely. And we've seen one save from Kiara, but it was an absolutely outstanding performance, wasn't it?
Yeah, she's unbelievable. She's a great girl away from the pitch, and on the pitch, wow, she was incredible. And it's just disappointing that they scored, because she deserved that clean sheet. She was unbelievable for us, and at such a young age to put in the performances that she's putting in, it's unbelievable, and she's got a great career ahead of her.
And again, some more last-ditch heroics. In the grand scheme of things, down to 9 players, and you're getting a point against the reigning champions, you'd have to say that is something to be really proud of. But I imagine that we wanted more, and we definitely could have got more.
Of course, I think we definitely wanted more from that, but I think to come away with a point against the title winners from last year, I think it's a great point to have, especially with the circumstances of the game. But I think it should definitely give us momentum going forward now that we're putting in these performances with 10 players, with 9 players, and we're still working hard for one another with those players missing. And I think it's great that to do it in front of our home fans is amazing, and we can push on now and really gain momentum throughout the season. It's exciting that we're 2 games into the season now, and we're putting in great performances like this. From last season, that was where we needed to tidy up on our start of our season. We've done just that. I think the togetherness in the group, you can see it on the pitch, but away from the pitch, that's what you build in pre-season. And I think the players, the staff coming together as one and having performances like this, I think it's incredible, and we need to push on for the rest of the season and have some consistency throughout to be right up there come the end of the season.
We've just got to talk about, of course, the Rise documentary that came out recently. You were heavily involved in it. We've got a clip here of you with Joie. We'll sort of watch this as we talk through. But for you, did this documentary kind of demonstrate that togetherness of the team and how you are all sort of pulling in the same direction?
Yeah, definitely. I think this team is such a great group, and the disappointment of last season of not winning titles and not getting Champions League football, I think it might be the best thing that happened to us, because we know what we're hungry for now this season. We know what we missed out on the feeling of last season of missing out, and it was a season where we grew as a group together, and it's really exciting that we have such a together group, and now we can push on this season. But Joie, yeah, main character of the Rise documentary, Joie, she's unbelievable.
You talk about Joie, obviously, in the doc, so people can see it there. But just very quickly, how important is she, both on and off the pitch, to the team?
Yeah, she's unbelievable. I say it so many times. I said to her when we watched it back, "Why are you not speaking in English?" And she looks at me and laughs, because her English is brilliant. And she's just a great girl. She picks and chooses who she speaks to in English. But no, she's unbelievable on and off the pitch. I think she's just a bright spark in the team, and just puts a smile on everyone's faces. And the performance she put in the weekend was unbelievable. And to see this documentary, I think as a group last week we watched it, and it was just great to see. I think to have such a together group last season and miss out by fine margins is very exciting for us, because we know that we can really push on this season and do a lot better than last.
How was it for you in your experience of being involved in it? You're used to having cameras around you all the time, of course, but how did it feel to sort of be involved in something like that the club's put on?
Yeah, it's great. It's great for the club, and it's great for people to see our journey, what we go on behind the scenes. I think credit to the hard work of everyone that put into making this documentary, because the fans maybe not see that what we do each day and the behind the scenes work. I think it will bring everyone closer together from a fans and players perspective, and I think it's brilliant to see the rise of the team.
Lovely. Well, Chloe, thank you again so much for your time. Congratulations on a really strong start to the season, and good luck with the rest of it.
Thank you very much.